Welcome back to the show, everyone. We're discussing today the recent nomination of Donald Trump for a Nobel Peace Prize. This is a very polarizing topic, depending on who you're talking to. There are some people that think he is just the most vile person ever, that he's done more to harm our relationships with our allies than anybody ever in history. And there's some people that think, yes, he's absolutely warranted in getting this nomination because not only because of what he's doing at home here, but because of the huge splash that he's making on the international stage as well. Let's just talk about some of the things he's done here at home. First of all, keeping his campaign promises and making America great again, which was the slogan. He has cut 800 Obama regulations, and he saved over $200 billion. That is billion with a B. He moved the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem and declared Jerusalem the capital of Israel. That was huge because there's lots of former presidents who said that they were going to move the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem, just never got around to it, apparently. Donald Trump kept his word, and he did it. He signed a $700 billion defense bill, giving troops the largest pay raise in 7 years. We know Donald Trump loves the military, and he shows it again right there. He's working for free. Let's not forget that he's working for free here. Black and Hispanic unemployment rates are the lowest they've ever been. Ever. Food stamp usage has actually fallen each and every month since Trump has taken office, which is a good sign. He also, being the misogynist that he is, he appointed the first ever female director to the CIA. And that's just stuff he's done here at home. On the world stage, I mean, he's also making a huge splash. Most recently, he's negotiated peace between North Korea and South Korea, where just a couple months ago, it looked like Kim Jong-un was ready to just nuke everyone. Donald Trump got on Twitter and, using a social media site, basically said, "Don't do it. My button's bigger than yours." I have to work on that. It's more like Clint Eastwood than Donald Trump. But my point is that he shook a big stick and said, you don't want us to hit you with this. And that really, I think, made Kim Jong-un start to think, maybe we should talk this out. And that's what led to the negotiations with President Moon, Kim Jong-un, and now President Trump has negotiated peace on the Korean Peninsula for the first time in over 60 years. That's something presidents have tried to do in the past. Some have not even cared at all to try. But that's something that definitely is noteworthy, and I believe that's what got him the nomination for the Nobel Peace Prize. We actually wanted to go out to the streets and find out what the average American citizen thought about the Nobel Peace Prize nomination for President Donald Trump.
Donald Trump is a jerk.
Jeff Sullivan reporting with Infowars.com. We're here today in San Diego, California at Balboa Park. We're here today to get some opinions of people on the street in light of recent events if they think Donald Trump has done enough to earn himself a Nobel Peace Prize. What do you think about the recent nomination for Donald Trump and the Nobel Peace Prize?
I think that Donald Trump has taken a lot of steps to sort of create peace in the world that a lot of presidents haven't yet. I agree with all the stuff he's doing. I think he's doing a great job. With North Korea, I think that was a great deal. I mean, obviously, no one else has been able to talk them down. And I think my biggest opinion right now that's I think is probably the best thing he's done is backing out of the Iran deal.
What are your thoughts on the recent nomination for the Nobel Peace Prize that Donald Trump received?
I don't think that nomination was very well thought out. I think Trump has a lot to learn in terms of just tolerance and overall acceptance before he can be considered a nominee for the Nobel Peace Prize. I think there are a lot of recipients in the past who have deserved it and have been well deserving of it.
What exactly did Obama do to receive the Peace Prize?
I think we're all trying to figure that out.
Originally, when you asked me a minute ago, I was like, probably not. But then we sat down, we talked for a minute, and with the North Korea and everything going on, he's made really big strides in such a short amount of time. So I would say yes, objectively. Is he a great person? No. But has he done a good job? Yes.
It's a joke. It's a big joke. He's a big joke. I have never been so appalled and so dismayed at a president. I'm going to be 62 years old. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. All I can see is these children that have been caged, which, I mean, what does that remind you of?
I think what she's referring to is the image of the two kids being kept inside the chain link fence that was circulated by the mainstream media, when in reality, that photo was taken in 2014 during the Obama administration. As soon as the left realized that photo was not going to make Trump look bad, it disappeared almost overnight.
We hear one side of things, and much of the time it's blatantly false. So, I mean, it's not only one-sided, it's, there's lie. You hear lie in the media. Good things happen and you don't hear about it. People should know about this.
You know, we're bringing America back. Let's do this. Yeah, I'd vote for it. I think it's a good thing.
So you do agree for the nomination for the Nobel Peace Prize?
I do agree for the nomination. That is correct.
Absolutely not. Not only that, I feel like it's an insult to the nomination process to have his name even in the ring. And if there was like an opposite of an award and an opposite of the word peace, I think he deserves both.
The Nobel War Prize? Do you feel like the Nobel Peace Prize nomination is warranted, or do you think he needs to do a little more work before he receives something like that?
Well, depending on the specifics, I mean, if peace comes about on the Korean Peninsula, if there's a denuclearized Korea as a result of what he's done, then absolutely. I mean, the last guy got a Nobel Peace Prize and they called it a down payment on good things to come, and that kind of fell through, right? So yeah, if he's successful at this, absolutely. I just don't see it happening because he's so demonized, and that's all you ever hear about him. You know, fake pictures of him and little immigrant children, and yeah, it's entirely one-sided. I'll be shocked if he gets it.
Surprisingly, opinions on the Nobel Peace Prize nomination for Trump were split about 50-50. Will Donald Trump be the second consecutive U.S. president to win the Nobel Peace Prize? Only time will tell. But if you're looking for an interesting conversation with complete strangers, this topic might be the ultimate icebreaker. This is Jeff Sullivan reporting for Infowars.com. I want to quote James Woods, if I may, one of my favorite actors. He's just got so many great quotes. I could go on forever. The one that I really gravitated to recently was he tweeted out, I believe, "I have never witnessed such hatred for a man who is willing to work for free to make his beloved country a better place. It is pathological." I couldn't agree any more with you, James. Just a couple months ago, North Korea looked like they were just going to drop nukes on the U.S. because they wanted to. And to be honest, a lot of people on the left probably wish that they had, just so that Trump looked bad. How crazy is that to even say? I mean, people on the left are starting to just hope for the worst for this country. They were hoping North Korea would nuke us. They're hoping that the stock market crashes. They're hoping that Americans are forced to live in poverty. Why? Just so that Trump looks bad. They are that far gone that they are willing for awful things to happen to the American people just for the sake of Trump looking bad. Back to what he's been doing on the world stage. North and South Korea, obviously huge. He's negotiated the release of 17 hostages internationally and brought them home. In addition to that, let's not forget about Project Broken Heart, something that has happened a little more recently that got almost no airplay from mainstream media. This was an international sting set up by the Department of Justice that nabbed 2,300 pedophiles, child pornographers, sex traffickers, you name it. These are the lowest of the low, the scumbags. 2,300 of them nabbed in Operation Broken Heart. If those kind of things are not enough to get you nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize, man, I don't know what is. Reporting for Infowars.com, I'm Jeff Sullivan.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
Record sales going on right now during our 4th of July sale. BrainForce Plus is a must-have for your home. 50% off on more than 20 items right now. Check out the deals on InfoWarsStore.com.